Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to What's Good from the Woods. I'm your host, Scott Napier. I'm filling in today. She's a little bit under the weather. Hope she gets better. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. So now, here's the weather dumpster.
Hold on a sec, guys. Give me a sec here. Alright, there it is. So, yeah, anyway, how's everybody doing today? Yeah! I'm so glad it's Thursday, it's almost Friday. But, real quick, did everybody have a good Thanksgiving? Oh, man. It was good too, but I wish it was like a couple years ago where it was almost 70 degrees on Thanksgiving. I like those better. But anyway, it was still a good Thanksgiving. But we have a pretty good weekend coming up in view. But like they always say, what always goes up must come down. So I have your detailed forecast. This is all sponsored in part by Weather.com, or known as the Weather Channel in Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you all guys for the forecast. Anyway, so today they said it's going to be the high 49 and the low 37, and you know, pretty much sunny in the morning, but then the clouds increase during the afternoon into the evening hours, and then tomorrow, the high of 46, the low 25 and scattered showers, mainly south of the river. And then Saturday, it's going to be sunny with the high 45, and the low of 30. And then Sunday, it's going to be the best day of the weekend, but yet kind of pretty much really cloudy. But, you know, high 53 and the low 47. And then they also showed that Monday and Tuesday look to be Monday looks to be about 55, but then Tuesday looks to be about 45 or 46. But, you know, still not bad, but both days are going to be cold, chilly rain. And then Wednesday we have Arctic blast coming, and it's going to be the high of only 28 and a low of 12 to 16. So yeah, get close to flirting with the single digits, and you know, some areas north of here might see single digits, so I know in Chicago, for one thing, Wednesday night's going to be like single digits to near zero, so yeah. Anyway, so that's your weekend forecast and your next 3-day forecast for the following week. But your weekend events, y'all ready for this? Drum roll! The Reds Fest this Friday and Saturday at the Duke Energy Convention Center.
My birthday.
And that's going to feature the photographs with the Reds, autographs, get to meet the players, and you get to play games too. And, you know, just basically to hang out and mingle with the players, that type of thing. And it's $17 for one day, or $25 for a 2-day, $25 for a 2-day pass, and it's gonna be great. So I hope I hope that y'all come out to that one. This is gonna be a big one, and it benefits the Reds Community Fund. So you know, it's gonna be great. I really hope I get to come to it, but I don't know yet. I really hope I do. The second event, this is another big one. Excuse me. It's the Macy's Downtown Dazzle, and it's every Saturday through Christmas. Well, I mean, every Saturday until Christmas, because this Saturday after that is the 28th, but that's when it stops. But anyway, so the 7th, 14th, the 21st is when it's going on. It starts at 5:30 at Fountain Square. the Santa Claus will be rappelling down the building at 6:30. There's also going to be all kinds of stuff going on, ice skating on the square, and then fireworks later tonight. And then there's going to be all kinds of stuff, like, I don't know what else they said with that, but, mainly just get to, have some fun on the Fountain Square, come check it out for those of you that are new to here. And if you have any friends that are flying into town to see it this weekend, let them know to check it out. And, but yeah. So anyway, that's your weekend events and your weather. I hope to see y'all next week. And back to Scotty now, guys. Love y'all.
Sounds like it's going to be a very interesting weekend, and I want to throw one more event out there. It's going to also, the Cincinnati Zoo has the Festival of Lights. So here's Ronnie Marshall with sports.
This Sunday, number 1 state at number 8. One gathering at 8 p.m. for 15 championship basketball state at home state. Bay State at noon. Come up, High State at Missouri. Northern Kentucky, KU base, Easy Kentucky at 7 p.m. Next week, KU base Northern State at 2 p.m. This Sunday, Silver Bay, DC, College Town at 5 p.m. Come Silver at Wakefield Force at 4 p.m. Number 8, Kentucky, base figure dishes at 4 p.m. Come forward, number 8, base Georgia Tech at 5 p.m. Football, DC basketball, Big Cats at number 16, women's at 3:30 p.m. Basketball, Big Cats at 5 p.m. Big Cats face Gwinnett. Bengals at Bounds, 1 o'clock p.m. That Sunday, Bengals will be home base Pirates at 1 p.m. Go back to Scott.
Sounds like a very interesting day in sports. So everybody put your hands together for our guest today, Chris McDaniels.
How you doing today, guys? I heard one of the jokes were talking about flirting with something during the weather report there. Oh, I heard flirting and single, and I didn't know what to say.
I was saying about the single digits.
Oh, single digits.
Yeah.
You like to get the digits? Is that what?
No.
Oh, temperature.
Like 9, 10, that type of thing.
Oh, all right. I got it. All right. Good report there, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
That's all sponsored by weather.com, y'all, so give it up for them.
Weather.com. Very good.
How you doing today, sir?
I'm good. How are you, Scott?
I'm doing well. How was your holiday?
It was great. It was great. We had about 30 people over to the house. You know, my wife Renee cooked a great big dinner, and we had more turkey and ham and potatoes than we should have allowed.
I bet you got leftovers, don't you?
Oh, more than a few. Probably feed George Washington's army 3 times.
Well, I appreciate you being here, taking out your time.
Thanks for having me.
For your busy schedule. Okay, let's get to the question, shall we?
All right.
You're a Kentucky senator, but you are no stranger to Redwood. Tell us about how you and your family got to know all about Redwood.
Sure. So I'm from Northern Kentucky, so I've been around Redwood my whole life, but it really touched our lives when some of my sons came here for occupational therapy and some speech therapy, and also went to preschool here. And we were here for 7 years for that, and everybody was absolutely wonderful to be around, and it's just a great place.
How did Redwood change your life, your family's life?
Oh, well, they stepped in at a very hard time because my sons that came here were adopted, and they had some special needs when they first came to us, and Redwood was able to pitch in and help us with some of the areas where they had delays and needs, and really help change the trajectory of those boys' lives.
You travel all over the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Have you ever seen a place as special as Redwood?
Well, I'll tell you what, I have had the privilege to travel all over the state, down to Paducah and Pikeville and Louisville and Lexington and everywhere in between. And, I've gotten to see great places like the Home of the Innocents down in Louisville, which does some great work as well. But honestly, there is no place that touches as many people across so big of a spectrum as we have here at Redwood. It's a wonderful place. You guys are lucky to be here and be engaged in this environment. We're thankful.
This is not on the list, but have you ever heard of a place called the Carl D. Perkins Center in Painesville, Kentucky?
I've not heard of that. Can you tell me a little about it?
I went there it's been maybe 10 or 12 years ago. I went there for a week, a 4-month program, which was called their Work Adjustment Program. It teaches more about life skills and how to get along with people in the workplace. But the difference is from here, you don't we come here and go home every day. You stay there 24 hours.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it's on site. They have like a medical
Facility.
place where the people in wheelchairs can stay, and they can help you with bathing and on-site stuff.
It sounds like some good people, just like the ones here.
It wasn't for me. Okay, I'll get back to the question. I just wanted to ask you that.
Yeah, sure.
have your family members, have your friends and members of the Kentucky State ever visited or plan to visit Redwood?
Yes, so some of the members of the General Assembly that we serve with in Kentucky, we're the legislative branch, and I happen to represent you guys in the state Senate. Some of them were here about 3 weeks ago for an event and toured around, and lots of my family has been through here, and you know, it's a great place to get to come and to show off what it is that you guys do.
Well, we're glad you're here with us.
I appreciate you having me.
Do you have a special hobby or interest you'd like to talk about?
Oh, well, so my family and I raise beef cattle on our small farm out in Ryland Heights. And so I like, you know, I do concrete work regularly for a living, but we also like to raise cattle. And it's always so much fun to watch them. And we raise little calves and raise them up to be big cows. And it's an absolute pleasure to kind of watch that cycle, everything from the nutrition that you feed them to them being born and when they're little bitty, all the way up to when they're cows. And it's a lot of fun, and the whole family gets to pitch in. In fact, when Renee got home the other night, one of them was out, so she and the boys had to go chase one through the woods and run it back into the pen.
But that was a lot of fun. How about leaving us with a special message for Redwood?
So you know what I love most about Redwood is this. I get to talk to a lot of audiences, and normally people kind of pout and stare and this, that, and the other, but I've never come to Redwood and spoken to people where I didn't see a lot of joy. And that's something you don't get to see every day on such a level. And that's why I love you guys. You are in here, you're working as hard as humanly possible. Everybody has their own skill set, you know, whether it's hosting a TV program or telling weather jokes or talking about the sports. That's all right, you know, you're excited for it. It's a good thing, right? And so it's wonderful to be here, to feel the positive energy that's here, and for the difference that all the wonderful staff that you see sitting out there makes in people's lives every single day. And I'm just honored that you guys would think of me and let me come on and be on the show with you today. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Well, that's our show for today. Like I said, I hopefully ain't better next week. And see y'all next time.